Hey everybody, it's ML7, this time with a blog post from Blizzard Entertainment. It's February 8th, 2024, and it is called Revitalizing the Overwatch 2 Experience. Okay, it is pretty massive, so let's just go through it step by step. The newest season of Overwatch 2 is just around the corner, and with it, my camera is a little bit too big. Okay, better. And with it comes some exciting changes. During our Overwatch 2 What's Next panel at BlizzCon 2023, we shared a sneak peek at some of the philosophy guiding many of the system changes coming this year. Striving to make PvP gameplay more rewarding and fun and providing greater transparency for players in-game. We're introducing major changes to competitive in the new season, from a new progression system to an all-new skill tier above Grandmaster, as well as major gameplay changes to combat and hero survivability. Read for details on what you can expect for Overwatch 2 Season 9 Champions. Updating the competitive experience. We've heard your feedback on competitive play over the last 8 seasons, plus the ones before in Overwatch 1, the plus 30 ones. And we have some big updates coming that will give you the opportunity to build up on your skills and see how you can progress through the competitive ranks and if matchmaking works or not. We built a better system that's more accurate while also helping convey the meaning behind the mathematical complexity of modern matchmaker and bring clear insights about what impacts your rank in every match. Seeing how and why your rank changes. One piece of feedback we heard is that just knowing your rank doesn't say anything about why your rank went up or down. Okay. Competitive updates originally worked to provide updates that reflected your growth as a player across multiple matches. But with the goal to provide greater transparency in each individual match, we're going back to updating your rank after every match and showing how much progress you gain or lose between each skill division. We're also displaying modifiers, wait a minute, that affected your last match below the rank progression bar. Some modifiers help provide transparency in the matchmaking for each match, like getting a boost when you defeat a team that was more favored to win. Is there such a thing as winner's queue and loser's queue? While other modifiers show if your rank is calibrating, like going on a huge win streak, proving you belong in a higher rank. Feedback is the driving force behind these changes, and we want to hear your thoughts on competitive play now that they have more context for each game. So, what they're gonna do is they're gonna tell you what modifiers worked in those games, you know, like if they're more transparency as to like what happened in the background, and also they will give you this for each individual match, so you won't have any more rank updates after like a series of games and stuff. Now, oh god, wait, this is big. So, rank information. Rank progression progress. The progress bar shows how much your rank increased as a result of a match. The bigger the highlighted section, the more rank was gained or lost. Wait, the bigger the highlight section, the more rank was gained or lost. The reasons why more rank might have been gained or lost are explained in the modifiers below. So we have a couple of modifiers. I assume that the green ones are the ones that work in your favor, right? Like with this, just so the progress bar. I assume that if you reach here, you climb. So, win streak, bonus for a high win rate, uphill battle. You weren't favored, but you won. So I guess on paper, the enemy team should have won, but you rolled them. Consolation, you weren't favored and you lost. Okay. I'm gonna go, let's go with this one. Calibration, bonus for a high win rate. Okay. Loss streak, penalty for high loss rate. Reversal, you were favored and you lost. Expected, you were favored and you won. And volatile, you lost calibration matches after ranking up. Okay, I'll be honest with you. First time seeing this chat with like my opinion with this is a little bit confusing. It's I think it's gonna be better when you see it in practice, right? It's gonna be better when you're gonna see it in practice. It is a little bit confusing. My number one question is: are these the only modifiers that happen in game? So they do this game, and then boom, win streak, boom, uphill battle. Like, yeah, it's a little bit confusing, but definitely I will feel amazing if I see the uphill battle one. Okay. I'll feel amazing. Expected, you were favored and you won. No, you know what I think this means? I think that this means that you win, but just a little bit because it was expected that you win. I think that's what it means. Hopefully they'll explain this a little bit more in the future with the modifiers and stuff. Bring a fresh start with placement matches and rank resets. Okay, chat. Oh god. With both the changes to competitive play and the broader changes to gameplay starting the season, we feel this is the perfect opportunity for everyone to start fresh as they compete on the ranked leaderboards. To accomplish this, we're reintroducing placement matches and resetting everyone's competitive skill rank. Okay. Your journey to the top begins with 10 all new placement matches. With everyone, wait, they did placement matches before. With everyone the ranks being reset, these 10 placement matches provide you with a high stakes opportunity to make big gains in determining your new starting rank. As you progress through placement matches, there will be a predicted starting rank after each match. Okay, we're gonna check the graphic in a second. You'll only have one chance this year to run your placement matches. One moment, mom spaghetti. So pick your best heroes and stay hydrated because these games count for a lot. Okay, these games count for a lot. So, predicted rank gold 1, predicted rank calculated by wins and losses. Placement progress 8 out of 10, so it just shows you like wins, losses. I assume losses will be draws will be counted as losses too. Oh no, never mind. This is a draw. Okay. And let me reread this. Introducing placement matches and resetting everyone's competitive skill rank. Okay, maybe they explain more a little bit lower. This is a once a year placement. You'll have one chance this year to run your placement matches. I don't think that this happens like so. What this means, from what I understand, what this means is that you're gonna do placement matches. That's it. You're gonna do placement matches. You know, that's what I understand. Placement matches, and they'll predict the rank that you're gonna be getting here. So instead of you going like, guys, I have 7 wins and 2 losses, I should get Grandmaster. No, it does tell you beforehand what is the predicted rank that might or might not be that one. This is how I understand it. Now, let's continue reading, and then we're gonna go through it a little bit more in depth. Rise up to the rank of champion. So, how high can you go? Okay, I'm done. We're introducing the ultimate rank champion. This is the most prestigious tier above Grandmaster, intended to show who is the best among the most skilled players in the game. Even with the boosts that placement matches can provide, top ranking players will still need to win a lot of games, with emphasis on a lot, to reach champion 1 and prove they are the best of the best. This is the most exclusive rank in the history of Overwatch, and we're on the edge of our seats to see who will achieve such heights in Season 9 and beyond. Challenge accepted. Okay, that didn't go that well with the song. Congratulations, Damage Champion 1. New competitive rewards and Jade weapons. Season 9 introduces Jade weapon variants, unlockable with new 2024 competitive points. Earning Jade weapon variants will reflect your dedication to competitive play in 2024, not your highest rank achieved. Luckily, these new Jade weapon variants will not be as exclusive as the champion rank. You will progress towards earning competitive points just by playing the game mode, with more progress granted towards wins. Competitive points earned for winning and drawing a match have been rebalanced around this new progression system, which should make every match feel rewarding regardless of the outcome. So for every game that you play in competitive, from what I understand, you'll be getting the stuff that you can use to get the stuff for Jade weapon variants. Cool. So you don't have to wait. I know how it is. I think at the end of the season you get a reward. Let me just double check in game. Okay, seasons for earn competitive points after every win or tie. Wait, I'm still a little bit confused on this. Anyway, let's read this. So, unlocking Jade weapons. Unlock a Jade weapon when you earn 3,000 competitive points. Legacy competitive points and golden weapons. To the end of Season 8, players can still earn competitive points toward unlocking golden weapon variants. When Season 9 starts, your previously earned competitive points will be converted to legacy competitive points. So the new ones are going to be still named competitive points, while the ones that you have right now for golden guns are going to be named legacy competitive points. When Season 9 begins, your competitive points from Season 8 are converted to legacy competitive points. So I see that it's a 1-to-1 ratio, so the amount of golden gun points that you have right now, that's how I call them, will be converted to legacy 1. Now, you'll still be able to use legacy competitive points to unlock the golden weapon variants. But the way you receive legacy competitive points will change. Once the 2024 competitive year closes, any leftover 2024 competitive points will automatically be converted and added to your legacy competitive points, which can be used to unlock golden weapon variants. So, the points that you have right now at the end of Season 8 will be converted to these ones called Legacy. You can buy golden guns with the Legacy points. The only way you can get extra Legacy points is if at the end of the 2024 year, once the 2024 competitive year ends, if you haven't used the points that you gained, all of them for Jade weapons, or you don't want to buy them or whatever, then these will be transferred to Legacy points that you can use for golden guns. So this is definitely not that confusing as it sounds, while it still is really confusing. Still is pretty confusing. Let's continue with the blog post. End of competitive year. Okay, your 2024 competitive points are converted to legacy competitive points. Okay, all right. Last chance to claim end of season bonuses. Starting in Season 9, competitive challenges that get bonus competitive points are also changing. Season 8 will be the last season to claim end-of-season competitive challenges for Season 1 to Season 7. Log in before in the end of Season 8 to grab any rewards from Season 7 or earlier that you haven't claimed yet. Once Season 9 begins, you will be able to receive past competitive points from completed competitive challenges from Season 7 or earlier. You'll still be able to claim your Season 8 rewards during Season 9, but you must log in to receive that bonus before the end of Season 9. I'm going to be completely honest with you, I have no idea what they're talking about here. Competitive challenges? Wait, is there such a thing as competitive challenges in game? I don't look at the challenges tab. Wait, give me a second. Achievements, progression? I don't even know. Where do I check? Challenges. The shop in the battle pass? Competitive sprays. Ah, that's what they mean? Okay. Let's continue reading. Olaf, can you please not destroy my mug? Thank you very much, Olaf. You know, when you log in after the season ends, that's you claiming your rewards. Ah, okay, I got it. Okay, thank you for the heads up. Introducing changes to core gameplay. Beyond the competitive rework, Season 9 features major changes to the fundamentals of Overwatch 2 gameplay that affect every hero. We've heard the community feedback around some gameplay pain points and developed changes to the core gameplay with these goals in mind. Deliver a more consistent feel to firing and landing your shots on your opponents, lessen the impacts of burst damage to allow for greater counterplay, and adjust where in-game healing and damage are effective to reduce stagnant teamfights. All of these changes have been designed to work in combination to balance each other out, and we're excited for you to get in-game and experience them all at once. So, oh god, wait, they're diving in them. They're diving in each bullet point. Give me a second. This was a huge blog post. Okay, making your shots feel good to hit by aim training yourself. One of our main goals with these adjustments is to make firing your weapons and abilities feel more consistent without impacting the time to eliminate a target and without removing the overall feel of gameplay we all know and love. When examining how burst damage values have changed over time, we found that in most cases, they've gone down in raw value, though that may not necessarily mean they became weaker relative to other changes. In the 5 vs 5 environment, and new heroes of Overwatch 2 certainly factor into perspective, but it's often overlooked that the player base's average skill level, game knowledge, and pace of gameplay are relatively higher now than when the game first launched. Agreed with this. Projectile size changes. Oh my god, wait, these are a lot of numbers. So, plus projectile size changes, plus 0.05 meters for hit scan projectiles with a fire rate of fire and spread. So Tracer's pulse pistols, Reaper's Hellfire shotguns. Plus 0.08 meters for hit scan projectiles that are more that are more precise. Cassidy's Peacekeeper, Soldier's Rifle. Increased for shotguns, like for Roadhog's gun, for Amatra's Void Accelerator, because it's not a shotgun but it has a very high fire rate. plus 0.10 meters for travel time projectile with a speed greater than 50 meters per second. So for example, for Zenyatta's orbs. And 0.15 meters for travel time projectile with speed less than or equal to 50 meters per second. Very large, huge, massive projectiles with a base size greater than 0.5 have been excluded from these increases. So, for example, Orisa's Javelin and Reinhardt's Fire Strike. Let's read this and see what's happening, chat. When it comes to aiming as a mechanical skill requirement, even players with excellent aim often mention how it can feel random whether a shot hits or not. Because no rigs, the servers and stuff. Due largely in part to the whip speed movement acceleration heroes have been changing directions, combined with all of the dashing, leaping, teleporting abilities, hitting your target can be very difficult. Crisp, responsive movement is important to the core gameplay feel. I love movement in Overwatch and the way the game feels, honestly, with how you're moving front, middle, left, and right. So we wouldn't want to just slow down player movement. Good, thank you. Instead, we're improving hit consistency by making both damage-dealing hit scan and travel time projectiles larger. Heroes that have weapons or abilities that don't benefit from any projectile size changes will receive additional balance changes. However, we don't want to make too many hero adjustments before getting a better understanding of the effects from these initial changes, so tune in for more on individual heroes in future updates. So, okay, my opinion on this, chat. My opinion is that in Overwatch is so hard to aim in, right? Everybody just moving all over the place. Like in Valorant or CS, you just aim like this, you clear the corners and stuff. In Overwatch, everything's so super fast. Now, I want to see how this will feel in game, because what this means, from what I can understand, so if projectile sizes are bigger, which means that you'll land more shots, which means that you'll get your ultimate faster, which means that you'll get more consistent values out of your abilities, which means that might feel better to play the game, you know, like, okay, fine, but let's test it out in game first. I don't know if this is good. I don't know if this is bad. I'm just excited to see what's going to happen in game. And definitely there will be like, I think that some heroes will be very strong. But the thing is that I think that everybody benefits. I think that everybody just benefits from this. Obviously, everybody benefits from this. I want to see like which heroes are going to have like a huge value. I don't know how much 0.05 is, you know? Let's continue reading. Adjusting health pools to balance gameplay. Okay, my eyes just went here. Okay. Since we're increasing the average accuracy of nearly all heroes and want to keep time to kill similar, we're also increasing everyone's maximum health. We've already balanced damage values, damage boosts, critical damage breakpoints, and other factors around 200 to 250 HP heroes, so the new health ends up requiring at least one more hit from most heroes to eliminate an enemy. So, health pool changes. Heroes that have 150 to 175 HP increase by 25%, so they'll have 200 HP. Heroes with between 2 and 300 receive 50 extra HP, and tanks receive between 75 to 100 extra HP as well. Okay, so this is in combination with this, because I think it's going to be easier to land your shots. They just increased this as well so that you're not going to like just explode instantly. So I think that time to kill has increased quite a lot. And my question is, I want to see like the damage numbers in game and stuff. Like this is a huge change to the game. I think the game's gonna feel incredibly different than it has felt up until now. I think that what they're talking about here is probably like the biggest thing that they've done gameplay wise since the release of Overwatch 2. I don't even know what heroes are gonna be like strong in this. Like what is this? Because my number one thing that I'm thinking is, okay, I play Cassidy, I headshot nonstop, boom, 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 it's gonna be easy. But then again, how many headshots do I have to do? Like the numbers, you know that meme with the numbers, the breakpoints, the numbers have changed so much. He's 1 HP, 100 HP. Like what is this? You know what I mean? This is a lot to experiment and play with. Also, one more point. Okay, giving more self-reliance in teamfights. We Also want to make sure that the flow of the team fight doesn't take away from the individual player decisions that can determine the outcome of a match. Tanks already have a significant role in each team fight, as they often are the ones to take space and determine where each fight takes place, whereas we want to enable more critical decision making among the damage and support roles. The changes to projectile size and health pools effectively reduce the impact of burst damage and tones down the relative strength of healing, meaning it will take longer to heal someone from 1 HP to full health, to ease the friction of an increased time to fully heal allies out of combat and enable support players to make more informed decisions on who to heal. Everyone can now regenerate health passively at a rate of 20 healing per second after 5 seconds of not taking damage, and the support role passive heal has been adjusted to 2.5 seconds. An increase to health pools and weakening of burst damage means that heroes live longer and teamfights will take longer to conclude. To combat some of the potentially extreme situations here, we're also introducing a new damage role passive, empowering them to more easily fulfill their role in securing eliminations, reducing combat healing, and potentially add an additional strategic layer to focused firing targets. So let's go to the role. Okay, this is the end of the blog post. Role passives. New all role passive. So all heroes passively regenerate 20 health per second of not taking damage for 5 seconds. But for supports, this is 2.5 seconds. 5 seconds is a long time, chat. It's a pretty long time in fights. But we have this new damage role passive. Dealing damage reduces the target's healing received by 20%. This is a huge buff to all DPSs. This is a huge buff to all DPSs. Like, oh my god. So the one that you're focusing will receive less healing. This is insane. This is just insane. This will encourage you. So instead of like the tank focusing somebody, the DPSs will probably pick who to go for. It might be worth it in some situations to go for the tank, to go for the DPSs, to go for the supports. You don't even know, instead of like just going for the backline, because you might be able to cut through all of the sustain that you have. And now with increased health pools and your shots being able to land a little bit more and stuff, like it's very hard to know how this will feel in game until we actually try it and play with it for a couple of weeks. This can feel pretty or this can feel amazing. It's very, very hard to say. All I know from what I'm reading this is that this is a lot. These changes are insane. And I think that DPSs with this new gold passive will have to communicate way more on who should they focus instead of the tank going Ryan, no. DPSs should just call the one that they go for. Why? Because you're letting them know that that target is not going to receive that much healing. I have some questions with the numbers, like for how long and stuff like that. Do they stack? What happens? Okay. At its core, Overwatch 2 is a competitive game, so it's important for the core systems and competitive system to be as intuitive and accessible as possible. In addition to these core system changes, we're introducing reworks to Farah and Junkertown. New hero Junkertown! I'm kidding. Okay, in Junkertown, which we'll go to in a later blog. For now, let us know what you think when Overwatch 2 Season 9 Champions launches on February 13. So, rework to Farah and changes to Junkertown, the map, right? Oh my god. Okay, this blog post had a huge amount of juicy information. I'll dissect it with Twitch chat right now a little bit. I'll ask your opinion on them, chat. But thing is that Season 9 is so exciting. We're going to have like a bunch of things to test out. We don't know how it's going to feel like in game. I think it's going to be absolutely so hype for us to try it out and see how the game's going to feel, because this has been the biggest change since Overwatch 2 got released. I'm so excited. Please let me know in the comments, what do you think about the blog post? What do you think about the news? And till next time, ML7 out.